Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex Day trade setups for today. So a couple of things on the cards here. First thing is we did get a pretty solid bar yesterday, and that's a bearish bar, but right smack bang onto the previous low, which is where we're hovering at the moment. So for me, this flag is still on the cards. We've got a target just below us, and I'm just going to be conservative here, and then we have a measured move to the downside as well. I'm going to take it from there. Somewhere around there. And it's pretty close to the previous low, so let's just do that. Line it up with this tail here. Okay, so the move is to the downside. It does look like dollar strength is on the cards at the moment. So you can see pretty strong move yesterday. Had this trend line that drawn in yesterday, and you can see we've got the first bearish bar off there and then the second bearish bar. So it was an inside bar followed by another inside bar, and then we drifted lower. So for me, I'd like to see a pullback back, and this level needs to be adjusted. A pullback back into this zone here, which would be 118.783. Stop area is going to be pretty much, you can take it up above 119.077, but that's the area that I would expect an opportunity to be short again. And then first target will definitely be 118.500. We need to break through that. Then we're looking for a 118.144. It should bounce off that, come back up, and then ultimately get through that, and we're looking for a target down at 117.145. So that's kind of my view here. We do have some data coming out today and tomorrow. Today's jobs number, tomorrow's non-farm payrolls. That could impact that as well. Same on US dollar, Japanese yen. So you can see pretty solid bar, and that was at it was yesterday as well. And we kind of bounced right off where I gave you. I gave you the level yesterday, 110.487. And that's where we've bounced off. So difficult. I was looking at this last night, and it's actually quite difficult to get in on this unless you took a stab at the level. You know, say, well, put a stab in at the level and have a really wide stop, which would have got you in. But it was difficult because you were waiting for a retest. You're below the moving averages, etc., etc. So a lot of things that were against you at the moment were trying to take this trade. But anyway, it has happened. Now what you're looking for is pullback. So you've now in a bullish trend at the moment, and you're matching the higher trend, in other words, 8-hour trend. So wait for the oscillators to group to the downside on the hour. Wait for this to be tested, 110.990, maybe even as far as 110.768. But wait for the oscillators group to the downside. Wait for a level to be tested. You're above the moving averages. Bigger trend is up. You can continue trading with the trend. So that's kind of my view there as well. Just remember the US data coming out today and tomorrow, which is going to impact that, make it quite a bit volatile. British pound, Japanese yen. So we're all over the place at the moment. 8-hour below the moving averages, above, below. We've now confirmed the crossover. We've still got the 155 to worry about. This area that we're bouncing off right now looks to be a fairly decent area to be short. And you can see that lines up pretty well with the 155 on the hour as well. So definitely something that I'd be paying attention to. There is another little level below, considering we've touched that level, and that's this area here, 153.591. Advice this morning is pretty much the same as what I'd say on the British pound pairs. Draw your range around the first 7 bars. At the moment, that's the range, and then trade it in the direction that the moving averages are indicating. So it's telling you we should be looking for a short. So at the moment, a break below the current low, which is let's get this off the bar. The low is 153.356. So that's the current low, but we've still got a few bars to go before we can validate that. So this, I expect we should be moving back to the downside, and take your range targets, but at the same time you should have a target somewhere around here at 152.838. So this does look like as a trend reversal. If you look at the 8-hour, we've been moving up pretty strongly, and now we've broken below, broken up, and this is typical of a trend move. It starts getting pretty volatile before finding some structure, and then the bulls that were in on the trades would start giving up, and then the bears would take control. So that's kind of the view that we've got at the moment. And sorry, the last thing here, I'm bouncing around here on this pair, but it is pretty important. That's our trend line. So getting back down here, we need to break below this level. A break and retest 152.838, that would validate the move to the downside. And with this gap is still open as far as I'm concerned. Okay, this tail means nothing. It needs a body close below that. So that's still open. Anyway, that's my view at the moment. Looking for a short on that. Lastly, Euro British Pound. We are sideways. Well, sideways to down. So you can see on the 8 hour, this has been a messy downward trend. Quite a bit going on. Oscillators grouped up yesterday, and we bounced off this area looking for opportunities to short this. So London breakout strategy on this would have failed to the upside, because you did get a break above the 7th. This is the 7th bar, but then it reversed and got a break below and played out to the downside. So yeah, win some, lose some, but again above and below the moving averages, and now we are getting a crossover in a test. So until we break through this range, I'm not interested in this. So I'm looking to get below 185, 685 for moves to the downside. Alternatively, it breaks above 085, 026 for breaks to the upside. So this, for me today, is still sit on hands until I get confirmation of a direction. Okay, so anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.